For 25 years, Rodizio Grill has supported the Image Reborn Foundation, which helps breast cancer survivors live beyond the cancer by providing no-cost healing retreats. Every October, Rodizio Grill locations across the nation donate 100% of Rabanada dessert sales to the Image Reborn Foundation. This money directly helps breast cancer survivors attend these retreats. Did you know that 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in the United States this year? This translates to 1 woman newly diagnosed every 3 minutes, and 1 woman dies every 12 minutes. These are devastating statistics.
So I just feel like there are a lot of misconceptions about breast cancer. Everyone is aware of the Pink campaign, wear a pink ribbon for breast cancer. October's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. But what people don't realize is how serious the disease is. A lot of women come to the retreat saying they get comments like, "Oh, you have breast cancer. That's great because it's curable." And, a lot of women do recover physically and it never recurs, but there's always that fear of recurrence. And that's the thing that people don't see. And women with breast cancer can't really convey that to their friends and family because they don't understand. And so I feel like a lot of people sort of overlook breast cancer as a good cancer, when in reality, it's life-changing.
I was 49 when I was diagnosed, and it was Christmas Eve that I got the call that said, "You have breast cancer." So that really started the journey on February 4th, 2016, and I will never forget that day because that's the day that they took the cancer away. 8 rounds of ACT chemo, lost my hair, went through 4.5 months of treatment, which isn't as bad as some women have to go through, even more than that, but it was still tough. I was convinced it wasn't going to be me. I was convinced I was too young to have breast cancer. I relatively thought I was taking care of myself. For me, it was fight. Okay, I'm going to fight this. I'm not going to curl up, although certainly I've had good friends that take more time to sort of think about it and process it. For me, I came out fighting. I'm like, okay, we're going to do what we have to do. But I don't like needles so well, and I certainly don't love having surgeries. I was pretty scared about chemo, and rightly so. It was really hard stuff to go through. The financial toll it takes is significant, and you do everything you can, but you never know how it's going to turn out. And so there's certainly an aspect of really appreciating life and recognizing that you don't get to control outcomes. We had a lot of good support, and in the end, though, you still have to go through this and get through stuff that nobody can take away the pain, or they can take away the I'll never forget what it was like going through those chemo rounds. And so you still have to get through that stuff.
While there are many great nonprofits that strive to help research, educate, and treat breast cancer, there are not many nonprofits that help survivors cope with the cancer and learn to live beyond the cancer. Many survivors are dealing with divorce, family crisis, bankruptcy, depression, and hopelessness with minimal or no support.
That is why we have our retreats, is to help women acknowledge these changes and grieve those changes and talk about them with other women who have gone through the same thing. And it's helpful. It's helpful for them to have someone that can relate and share their story with.
So Rodizio is one of our favorite restaurants in Denver. It was after my birthday, and so we were going to celebrate, my husband and I. So I saw this big sign, and it said, Image Reborn Retreats for folks who have gone through cancer, something like that. And I just kept thinking about it, and so then I went home, and I spent a little bit more time on the website looking at it, and I just couldn't get it off my mind for a couple of days. I kept thinking, I need this. And that, I think, is one of the things that really hit me about what Rodizio's doing, is that there's these people, servers, people that are working in Rodizio restaurants, and they don't know me. They don't have any idea who I am, how I've struggled, what I've gone through, and yet they're willing to do something to make something like this possible, where I still am a little incredulous. Like, something like this can be available after everything I've gone through, realizing, wow, I really do need time to sort of process what I've been through. And it's not over yet. I still take a medication every day that I probably will for 5 to 10 years. And it has side effects to it. And certainly my life will never be the same. But when you get a chance to kind of sit back, take a breath, and also the camaraderie of other people who have been through or are going through breast cancer, that's just invaluable, because nobody gets it like somebody who's been through it. And it's amazing to me how many people who haven't been through it who are still willing to do something to support those of us that are going through it. So it makes me give back more. It makes me want to support other people more. It just makes me really appreciative. It was exactly what I needed. I needed to be able to soak in goodness after my body and my spirit being through so much over these years of surgeries and treatments and everything else. And so I think that that's what I see a lot of women doing, is just soaking in the goodness. Still going through reconstruction. But then there was rebuilding, because your body goes through a lot during chemo. I lost my hair and it came back and it was curly and now it's not curly. And there's a lot that your body has to, I had a major blood transfusion during all of this. And so I knew that my body needed to be rebuilt, like good food, sleep, exercise, all those things. But then I realized when I saw the big sign at Rodizio that I needed rejuvenation too. It needed to be more than just kind of plugging through all of the stages of cancer. What I really need now, and what I realized I needed just a few months ago, was a chance to renew, rejuvenate, soak in, and be able to really complete that part of the healing process. I think it's amazing that there can be an organization that has recognized that women that are going through breast cancer would benefit so much from an intimate gathering. It's a small number of people that come to these retreats. And when I heard that it wasn't going to be some mass, camp-like event where there'd be 100 people there, I thought, well, how cool is that you would have that sort of intimate environment where you can really get to know people, and really feel a one-on-one connection with the people that are providing all of these great things. And so I think Image Reborn has come up with this concept that is just what women need who have gone through. We feel, in a sense, at least for me, I did, kind of like you're just churning through the cancer machine, I go and I get my blood drawn, and then I go and I have chemo, and there's a bunch of people having chemo, and then I go back and I get my shot, and then we keep going through this, and I have surgery after surgery. And so when you come to an event like this, when you come to a retreat like this, because it really is a retreat, you're getting a different experience. You're getting one-on-one attention. You're getting filled. You're getting filled with many, many good things. And I think that's a very unique aspect of what Image Reborn is doing. I still shake my head and go, how can this be possible? There's so many people with breast cancer. How can they do this? But they do this. So I think it's cool. I think all the fundraisers I've ever been involved in my professional career have been important. But this one has a really significant impact. And when people are sitting there having their great desserts at Rodizio and they've had their awesome meal, and you are asking them if they would like to have a dessert and it's going to impact Image Reborn, they may not know who Image Reborn is. And you may not know a lot about Image Reborn, but it impacted me. It impacts so many women. It's transformational. It makes a difference. It's so important. and it's so appreciated. And so every time you do something that allows Image Reborn to benefit from it, it is amazing. So keep doing it, because you're changing a life, and you're changing not only one life, but you're changing a lot of lives. And at some point, you may be changing lives of people you know. So keep going, because this is one of those golden nuggets that you can contribute to that is going to impact many of us women that have had to walk this road. And we appreciate it. Thank you.